W15 Ambuluwawa. The latest addition to the W15 collection is an extraordinary boutique retreat nestled in the heart of Sri Lanka's central highlands. With its panoramic view of 360 degrees and its eco-conscious designs. And also the unique location, which is just a stone throws away to the iconic Ambuluwawa Tower. So I'm hoping to take you on a little tour with us. So excited. Let's see how it goes. Hi everyone, so today I'm here with Hardi Jamal, the chairman of the W15 collection. Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for having me on your show. Delighted to be here.
It's great to have you here, and congratulations on the amazing property and the breathtaking view it has. Tell me about the journey a little bit.
Sure. So I'm an avid, as a person in property. I've seen most parts of this island, and I was asked to come here to by the trust, the Ambuluwawa Trust, to have a look at their master plan and to see how we can work together in collaboration. So once I came here, I was absolutely overwhelmed, and there was a sensory explosion from the time I came through the gates of the complex or the Biodiversity Center. I felt that this was a location that must be shared in its natural self, and that's how the journey began.
Can you also tell us about the Biodiversity Complex in Ambuluwawa and how it ties into your vision of sustainable tourism?
Absolutely. I think when I first met the trust, what they said to me about what they were trying to do with the Diversity Center absolutely tied in with all the principles of what we are about. So W15 collection is a collection of boutique properties that work in niches, and the niches is for high-end tourists to come in and really enjoy nature, the environment that it is, and we try to do everything in a sustainable way without disturbing the being of it, and yet providing that high-end luxury for the fine traveler. So the Biodiversity Center also said to me that they want to effectively take care of this mountain. By a gazette, this whole area has been taken over in an act to this trust. And what their vision was effectively is to empower the people of Gampola so that tourists come in, enjoy the views, the sounds, the sights, and then return without disturbing it, and by doing so to provide the people in the villages a sustainable form of living. So that completely was right up our alley of what we are trying to do, and I had no hesitation on embarking, and we in fact have marked out another area to develop another interesting concept in the future.
That's great to hear. Also, when you're talking about maintaining the balance, how do you balance offering modern amenities with respecting the culture that the region has?
Everything that we do, we try to do it to a localized motive. So what people want is fantastic service surrounded by a good environment, right? And how you provide that sort of service, whether it's food, whether it's drink, or whether it's the comforts of their stay, must be localized. So when it comes to food, what we are providing is alfresco dining, We want to push more of the Italian feel of it. But all the ingredients that we use are very local. So we don't want any of that to travel distances. And we are blessed once again with all our vegetables, with all our fruits that are so exotic, that are very local. So we want to empower all the local suppliers to tie in and come in with us. So that's that kind of journey that we are looking to take people through.
W15 is known to appreciate the region where they're located. Even in the headquarters, it gives the PETA vibe, and here it actually appreciates what it's grown out of, and that's really nice. And how does W15 Ambuluwawa differentiate from the other properties that's in your portfolio?
So this is an entire feel about the sensory overdrive, right? Completely, it's about immersing yourself in the environment. It's feeling the breeze. It's hearing the birds. It's making sure the sights. So this has a unique 360-degree views. You've got sunrise on one side, sunset on the other, and you're surrounded with the fast-changing pace of the weather throughout. And so what we have done is designed this. This is 3 old buildings that we put together, much harder than developing a brand new unit. We were told that we could do a larger structure, but we chose not to maintain the identity as if it's snuggled into the mountain. And then what we've done in extending is we've used some fantastic structural work. So we are seated here on a deck that's hanging outside, right? And similarly, we've got a cantilevered pool on the other side. But all of this is completely immersed into the mountain. So this differentiation from other properties is, when we talk of the beach itself, when we talk of Ahangama itself, when we talk of Hantana, it's a different view of tea plantations being tied up against the backdrop of a mountain. When it's Nuwara, it's the lake in front and it's the tea and the heritage there. Here, this is every single room has picture-perfect frames of artwork, effectively. So without no ink. So it's designed with floor-to-ceiling glass, whereas every turn you take and everything you see is an absolute marvel of a sight. Right? So that's what we've tried to encapsulate here and encapture here.
The sunrise by the pool and the sunset by the deck. It's a breathtaking view. You should come and visit the place. And also, when it comes to experiences, the guide in the tour said that what's special about this property is that it gives so much experiences than a meal to enjoy in a beautiful place. And what kind of experiences can guests expect, particularly with the outdoor activities?
Absolutely. I think once again, outdoor activity wise, your hikes in here in the Diversity Center are fantastic. Even simple bird watching walks are amazing. Here we can add something further, stargazing at night. It's absolutely magical. And we've got a couple of high-tech telescopes that we have. And I have spent a few evenings here gazing through the starry nights, and it's absolutely magical. And these are things that you can't create. It's nature at its best, and we are just augmenting it by providing a few extra high technology devices to enjoy it through. And you can also just gaze through your eyes. It's absolutely magical. You can do other things like fishing as well. There are a couple of lovely lakes that there are. You can, of course, go and visit the tower, the Biodiversity Center itself. And so there's a lot that you can really enjoy. So for a resident, they can come in, stay and do all of that. But also for the tourists that come to visit the tower, we have enabled them to come here without disturbing the privacy of the residents. They can go up to the top deck, enjoy a meal, whether it's inside, dining inside or outside, and they get to enjoy some of what we offer.
Could you also share some challenges that you had to face while developing this property, especially given its unique location?
So, as in every job that we take on or everything we try to do, this was a very unique project. It's taken us 3.5 years to piece together. It's also because of what the nature is providing us here. I have to be very careful with how we design things in order to actually we felt so responsible that we don't let this down, what it offers. So that was a big challenge. Also, when it comes to movement of contractors and how fast the weather changes here. So it takes a long time because suddenly there'll be a bit of a downpour and you need to do a significant amount of civil and structural work here. So that was a challenge. But the trust has been very supportive. The planning process and their support to expedite that was very good. But I think movement up and down plus the weather in terms of the construction was a challenge indeed. But our biggest challenge was to ensure that we do proper justice to what we are surrounded by, the beauty of the nature.
It doesn't look like you have let it down. It's absolutely beautiful. And how do you see W15 Ambuluwawa fitting into the eco-friendly tourism in Sri Lanka?
I think everything that we do as W15 is typically eco-friendly. And I think the high-end traveler today are not looking to go and stay in concrete monsters. What they want is really nature, and they're paying for that. And the services must be there to support it. So this is as eco-friendly as it gets. So even with the tuk-tuks that are operating downstairs from as you enter the diversity center, we are looking to get them to change into electric drive mode so that the sound disappears and they're using electric. So the conversion is done by Vega, Harsha Subha Singh. He's been here. We ourselves have got two tuk-tuks on order for our movement of our guests, and we're looking at a couple of electric ATVs as well. So everything here is recyclable, no plastic, in general. That's how we go about it. Even the water that we use is not plastic. It's spring water that is bottled here ourselves with glass bottles. So everything that we do is eco-friendly. Also, the tourists that comes out here are specifically coming for things like enjoying the nature, bird watching, stargaze. There's a huge following for these things. And a good example is Hantana. We captured the hanging parrot, right? And that's a very rare sighting. And we've had guests that just come during that particular season purely to capture this hanging parrot. So that's the level of which ecotourism is taking a turn globally, and Sri Lanka is well placed to capture some of that.
To end this conversation, tell us how this is going to be open to the public and how can people reserve this property. And this is an amazing property for a getaway for all even the corporate bodies who are working 9 to 5 and stressing their lives out, and to experience the nature and the beauty of actual Sri Lanka. Because even coming to this place, it amazes us how beautiful this place is. And please tell us a bit about that and how people can reserve the...
Absolutely. I mean, even during the construction, me coming here and it was perfect switch off. Automatically the entire body drops, your body language changes, your facial expressions, your tension just eases, just staring out, because everywhere you look, this is what you're surrounded by. So corporate people, no question. In terms, we are open to the public from the 1st of November. And booking wise, on our websites, it's www.w15.lk. Also, all our reservation channels are all open, whether it's through social media or WhatsApp. All those channels are available. So indeed, we are open to the public. We want to share this with Sri Lanka and the world. And yeah, please come and enjoy. Do pass on the positives and where else we can improve. We're a company that looks to improve all the time, and we've got a brilliant team and staff that are also of that same mindset and attitude. So thank you so much for spending some time here with us, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day too.
Thank you so much for talking with us.